Smaller brush here. Might need some water on. I think I might be swapping over back to my Bell Aqua soon. Yeah, I'm just finishing it up. This one before. Nothing else better to do. I remember where that shadow was. But there was one here. We'll rock one anyways. Someone before I get to that bug. It's a good mix. I like it. What's up, Tracy? How are you, Miss Tracy? Tracy, are you doing the bug with us? For some reason I was afraid of the shadows on this one earlier. Last night at least. What's up, Heidi Lou? Yeah, we're about to start on a sketchy here in a second. Just trying to get these flowers finished. Do a wash here. Oh, they're not bad. I wish I'd have been loose the entire time. It's fine though. It's good because my ego was kind of coming back the last couple days. And this was a good humble one. do believe I need to switch back brushes though. What's up, Poopy Snoop? Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch back to Bell Aquas. Just don't like how soft these are, if I'm being honest. New here. Not for my style. I do a lot of lifting, so that's what's kind of killing me with these. Oh shit. I'm sorry, Trace. How long are you out for? Is it extensive? I don't think I've ever truthfully had surgery in my life, so I don't even know what that process is like. It's all good. They just had to take the screw out. Oof. Okay. Well, hopefully not too bad. Cover whites. I don't like all that white so much anymore. And we'll get into that brown, that Berlin blue. Is it your dominant hand, Trace? Good. Good. I'll lean a little bit looser into this. These are really good for like small marks, but I feel like I could do the same thing with Bella, honestly. I think there was a reason I fell in love with Bella Aqua. What's up, Saz? Just so soft. Kind of whatever I'm feeling, honestly. But I normally like try to take something from the reference folder on Discord. That way it's kind of like community based. Sometimes it comes from outside, though. Like if I'm just feeling something, I will do it. Good, Sass. Who are you? Sick? Oh no. What kind of sickness? Maybe being all sickly over there for him. I don't have a paper towel here either. I need one. I feel like everybody's got a cold on Discord right now. I heard that word in some time. No one talks about that down in the South anymore. It's not in Louisiana. Everybody's like, oh, I just got a cold now. We're not the brightest down here. How do they treat it over there, Sass? That's what I'm having for dinner as well. Alrighty, Lou. Grab some paper towels. I do want to darken this background a little bit more too. I'm gonna take over this purple. Kind of a dark green here. Now we got 7 minutes to put like a dark background on this. It's just blue, Berlin blue, vanadium yellow, burnt umber. I don't want to lose everything that I got here. I do want to get some darks here. I feel like everything's a little too light around. There we go. Very good there. What's up, Carrie? Some water, buddy. Give me some water. Really trying to tone down a little bit of that white. That white made everything look a little messy, and not in a good way. think that bug's gonna be a lot of fun to draw, though. Did not put it on the iPad yet, so I'm going to pull that up. We got it on Patreon, right? On Discord? What's up, Katie? Katie, did you say that was your first set of granulating colors? Curious to see what you think after like a week of that. They're fun. I got those in Germany last year, and I didn't try them for a while. I didn't have a good palette for them. Yeah, we need to get you to add that birthday to the birthday month, Katie. Thank you. I don't want a vignette, but I kind of want a vignette. I brought out the colors a little bit more. Yeah, we've had the birthday calendar since the big chat, honestly. Happy birthday, Katie. 35. What's that like? Oh, 28. Okay, let's try this guy and we'll be done with him. I remember the last time I was 35. It was cool. Way better than 39. That's how you fix a hard line right there. Alright, we got 1 minute to dry this thing. Sorry about the noise, I gotta get this done. Alright, cool. We are officially done with this guy. I'm not mad about that. That dark kind of brought it out a little bit more. I think if we would have left that background light, it would have really screwed with it. I do like this better. Could I have went bolder on the colors, a little bit more expressive? Yeah, probably so. But ultimately, not mad at it. It's definitely less manly than my last ones I tried to do. I'm gonna try to find that old post. It's somewhere. It's not bad. It got better, thankfully. Let's get this thing out of the way. Pull out the old Luquette. I think I'm gonna grab Stone Ground for this one. Just I want some dark darks. It's maybe one of the biggest sketchbooks that I'll finish. Y'all see that good? Yeah, we're good. Okay, iPad, where are you, buddy? Yeah, I like it. I don't mind it at all. Lucati's 8x8. Everybody's graduation song here. Wait, let's see if we can sketch this bad boy out. All right, he shouldn't be too bad. We'll keep it loose. No, I'm not home, unfortunately. What's up, Am? I am not home. I miss my girls terribly. Absolutely terribly. The oldest went to sleep at our grandma's last night. That was her first time since every stuff, I guess, but they had fun, apparently. All right, where's my pencil? This is not good. Oh, there we go. What's up, Sue? Got your own name now? All right, how are we gonna start this? Put body here. Yeah, well, the news ain't coming yet. It's gonna be a minute. Just a little V here. Check this body out. I feel like I'm going a little bit too wide on it. Is that gonna be long enough? Probably. What's up, Frida? Give him kind of a long back here. Keep the sketch decently loose. Is it an Aussie trip? No, unfortunately not. I wish it was. What's up, Robin? Terry? This looks awfully long. Let's push this guy. Looks like he flattens out a little bit more. This way. That's why we do loose lines. I don't have my damn eraser either. I forgot about that. That's not gonna be good. It's fine though. Should be good there. Got this little white space right here we're gonna try to leave. Looks like we got kind of like a little blueberry right here. Is that as wide as his body? Looks pretty close. Get a little bit more around here. Curves back in. Bugs are kind of fun. Fanny's not gonna like it, but Fanny doesn't like bugs at all. That blueberry needs to come down a little bit more here. I'm going bold darks on this guy. I wish I'd have brought one of the granulating sets now. Now that we know that. We have friends that have some now too. I don't see eyes on this guy. I guess these guys don't really have eyes, huh? What kind of bug? I'm unsure. That's gonna be a Martina question. My connection to nature is not the best. this up a little bit more. It does. It does. Did I make his body too big? Yeah, we could tear this down a little bit more. Thank you, Frida. It's definitely a sketchy looking beetle, if we're being honest here. I always like their arms. I've done a few beetles in my times, and I always like how their arms look. I guess because it kind of reminds me of branches in a little bit. The background I might just mess around with, honestly. I don't think I'm gonna do anything crazy with it. If you ever notice, that's kind of my nervous tick with sketching. That right there for some reason. I'm not sure why. Beatles dance? What do they sing? Shadow's kind of cutting off anything I have for a leg here, but I think it's around yonder. Did you post the name of that pin, by the way? Yeah, no, that's fair, actually. Rita. Gross leg there. Got a little curl here. If y'all hear banging in the background, it's construction beating on stuff. Posted a picture of the pin with the name. I didn't see that. I didn't see the pin. I might have missed that one. He does have this kind of weird body thing going on here. Just fluff that out, maybe. Alright, I'm good with that, I think. A little gap of white. I might sketch in a little bit of the highlights here, just so I don't lose them. I'm going back to Bell Aqua too, by the way. What's up, Meryl? This really skinny light part here. That's an ugly dude. Am I sticking to black? I'm gonna mix my own black. Yeah, I'm gonna mix my own black. All right, let's have fun. Let's remember what these colors are. Holbein, Daniel Smith. The green? I have a good red in here now too. I could go around with that actually. My green deep's a little too blue though. I feel like that already takes me in black. I might add some of that into it, but I might go Florentine green and Pyro red. See what that does, and then I can deepen it with the mine green deep. Or we can do Caput Mortem. Yeah, Caput Mortem. That one's got some granulation to it. I really wish I had a kneadable eraser. This is actually kind of breaking my heart. Boom, 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 boom. Just get some water on here. Moon Glow Shadow Violet. Oh, I could see that. What I'm trying to do is get a little bit of color in here already, especially in those darker areas. Is there any white on the legs? A little bit. Definitely right here. Let's take the Florentine green. Forgot Egg Yellow has squash, honestly. See, that's kind of nice. Mixing colors here. Let's go back to Florentine green. We're going to take it over. And then we'll do Caput Mortem. If I can get enough water on this guy. We're going to soften this up. This is going to be just like a first wash. And attempt not to lose our first sketch there. Sketchbook, so we're having fun. No stress any of this. See, I feel like that Caput Mortem would be a little bit suited better for this, I guess. I'm leaving the legs a little bit off. That way I can maybe get some highlights back in them. Let's get some more Caput Mortem in there. Just gonna have some fun with colors. Doesn't have to match the background for me. That lighter highlight, lighter shadow down that way. Oh good, yeah, I'm being kind of quiet. It's YouTube, so I tend to be a little bit more quiet. Take a little bit of that water back there. Same thing here. Maybe a touch more here. I don't need real white. I did say I was going to go back to Belle Aquas and I didn't. Okay, let's switch back. I do like the black velvets for, excuse me, for like softer stuff, I guess, because obviously they're softer. But like for my style of painting and the lifting. Some texture in this guy. No, it's the silver Belle Aquas. Are you gonna be home for Father's Day tomorrow? No, unfortunately not. I'll be home Tuesday. Look at the granulation with that kaput mortem. That's crazy. Really made a good black too. Yep. I'm missing. Oh my. Me too. Something nice and easy. And then we'll do wet on dry. Back into wet on wet. You pack your art supplies, or do you have some? I pack my art supplies. There's some things I leave out here, like some tape, and like my paper cutter here and there. I'm soaking up a little bit of this, so I don't have to wait for it to dry. But yeah, I always pick different palettes to come offshore with. God, that kaput mortem is so nice. Alright, let's go back to Bell Locker. Let's see if I still got it with the brush. We start left to right. So what I'm going to do is get that Florentine green. Start mixing that in with that kaput mortem. I want that granulation. I do want a blue. I might shy away from mine. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we go mine indigo. Just to go against that brown. And I haven't used that one a ton. Yeah, that's the only thing bad about offshore besides everything else. Yeah, see, that looks good. I like that. So just a little bit more blue to deepen that. It's really not a strong color for me. There's a few other colors that really kind of deepen out a little bit. Let's see how this looks. What I don't want it to do is lean red. But I'm going to put some red kind of off to the side over here. Or I could put mortem as you must. Alright. Let's see if I still got this. Yeah, later, Meryl. Yeah, that looks so much better. Darkest dark here. I probably should be going smaller brush, but I'm trying to flatten this one out a little bit. Same thing right side on the inside here. More of that Mayan blue, or indigo, should I say? Florentine, kaput. I need to remember that little white mark right there. I'm glad I put those shadows in to the sketch itself, because I definitely would have screwed that up. Let me go a little bit bigger than what the shadow is. Yeah, I do like that about the old YouTube for sure. Some texture in there. Deeper mix here. Blue, green, kaput. I want it leaning more blue than anything. So that's kind of why I'm rolling around on stuff a little bit. Same thing here, we can get some color in here. This is where I'm gonna start adding in some of that red. It's the dark part of the body. Maybe more blue there. It'll be close to the shadow. Add a little bit of blue to this shadow here. More blue. A little close to this, and let the water kind of play out a little bit more. Just kind of like a little spot here. Yeah, that's that sculpting. Mayan indigo, a little bit of the kaput mortem. Catch this dark spot underneath. This is gonna be the fun part. Just those three colors again: Florentine green, Mayan indigo, kaput mortem. pants are on there, right? I can't get that Mayan indigo to dry up. I should have done the green. Okay, a spot there. I want this blue to really come back into the body a little bit more. Got a real bright highlight right there. So what I can do is accentuate that dark a little bit. Same thing, soften back into that body. Black is leaning green. That's not a bad thing too, though. What paints are you using, Sue? They really are nice paints, dude. Watch the shape here. Kind of a wet and wet here. Try not to lift anything back here, but I do need to get that little spot out. The Russian ones. Which ones are those again? See? Just a little bit of a highlight here. See, yeah, like you can't do that with the black velvets. Gather any of that back, there's no shot. Back into that indigo. We'll go kind of dark with this one, so I'm gonna lean that. Thicker paints. Do this grab. Real dark. Oh, I haven't seen those one. I don't think. More green, more blue. Dum, 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 I treat these like branches. Thank you, Robin. I'm gonna add a little bit more dimension here in a minute too. I don't want to get everything. I think I'm trying to rush lately is my wash. A little bit more color there. Those wee little legs there. Okay, I definitely did miss these brushes a lot. Pull that shadow into this guy too. And same thing, make sure my hand doesn't touch too much on that. See, they could put mortem. One comes out the pan easy. The other one's really the other ones, but just that one blue, that Mayan blue. That was a bad call on my part. Should have actually went with what Kirthi said. Mayan green might have been better. I just like the way that Florentine green comes off. All right, let's try that guy. Get a sip of coffee. I think I missed a leg right here. That's all good. We'll get on the next run. We're gonna do wet and wet on the next wash, I think, and just go like heavy on the Kaput Mortem and Florentine green. Kaput Mortem, a lot of it. Florentine green, a lot of it. It's definitely leaning more green, not a big deal. We do have one spot here we can kind of get in. Kind of a hard line there. Flatten out the brush a little bit. I need to get this guy before I forget him again. There we go. Alright, back to the water. Don't necessarily like how this shaped out, so I'm going to try to round that out a little bit more. But pre-wet everything. What I hope for is to kind of drop in some darks. Takes a few of these little things in here. Seeing this right? Just feathering that color out a little bit to create kind of a mid-tone too. A touch of that one little spot right here. All wet and wet right there. Same thing with this guy. Pre-wet every stuff. A lot of water. leaving that highlight the way it is. Oh shit, we used sap green there. Let's not do that. Florentine green. I'll put mortem. Grab the wrong green there. Don't do that. Some more shining by his butt up there. I'm gonna leave that little spot. I'm gonna dry super light too, so this should be fine. Push a little bit of that dark in there. So a little spot back here. I think he says. Keep reaching for that wrong one. A little spot here too. Don't like how bare this guy is up here. I'm not gonna match that too much. Try to capture a little bit more of that head, straighten out that sketch a little bit. I should push that. Do we have all the highlights here? I'm gonna push this color a little bit more just to get this highlight back. This is still decently wet. I'm gonna feather that back a little bit more. Okay, I like where that's at a lot. Try to get rid of some of these whites that I have that are just kind of piecing together a little bit. Okay, so that highlight, no color in it or light mist of color with this guy right here. See, with these brushes, I can probably lift that highlight totally out. Let's see if we can lift that. The ideal thing would be to leave that white like we did this one, but I did not do that. But with a solid brush, you can get it back pretty quick. And this paper handles abuse too, so. I like leaving the white ones like this, because you can always go back to the white, kind of soften up around it. So it's kind of a hard line, right? If you don't want that hard line, you just go from inside the white, kind of push that out a little bit. And now it's not as hard. I'm gonna lift this guy out a little bit too. with that Mayan blue, Mayan indigo. That'll be our shadow. Kind of into that brown anyways, but leaning a lot more to that indigo. What I want to do is kind of create a little bit of that body shadow. I'm going to water that guy out a little bit. And making sure not to totally drop everything on this guy. Leave some of that white of the legs. Nothing spectacular here. Push this a little bit more out. I do want some more shadow. I feel like that's kind of weak. Some more of that green. Put more pigment down. Just so I can kind of spread it more out as well. Take a bit of that water. Loosen up that shadow a good bit. Let that pigment kind of bleed down into it. Soften that back up. Just suggesting the shadow. Grab some of that, a little bit of splatter just to have some fun with it. You can lift this stuff for days, especially if like you got some good paper. We'll grab a little bit more of that sheen back. Boom, 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 boom. Let's grab a smaller brush. That Mayan blue. Put mortem, a bit of green. Get some cleaner lines on this. I do like leaving like a little bit of white around the shadow. Shows off a little light. Yeah, beetles are fun. I'd like to do more of them. I want to do beetles and moths. A little wonky. That's one thing I would have fixed a little bit on it. I'm a little long with it, but it is our sketchbook, and I really don't mind. Let's dry that, and we'll get some dry brush texture in there and be done with this guy. Yeah, you can, Saj, you can go back into them, into the hard white lines, and just brush from inside the white out with like a damp brush, not a wet brush. And you'll get some really nice, like soft highlights too. Yeah, thank you, Katie. Are you in and out because you're painting or because you're doing birthday cake? Which one? And what's the birthday cake? Yeah, see, my sketch is a little off. A little bit on the perspective and a little too long on the butt. I could totally fix that right now. I don't think I should. Just let the sketchbook be what the sketchbook is. I don't want it to be perfect anyways. Dum, dum, dum. Let's grab some more of that Florentine green, or that blue, or I could put more on them. Just gonna dry brush some texture into this. Not too much paint here, but a scratch there. This should dry into this dark. Along with my beetle. Yeah, it's usually my thing. Cool, cool. A few more over here. What is a pre? Over here, dear. Scratch this guy out a little bit more. Man, this was a fun one. This was actually a really fun one. Not joking. I needed something stupid to paint tonight. Not stupid, but I needed something like not a floral or something. I'm unsure. It's 8 o'clock. If I finish this guy up, I might go back on TikTok in a little bit. I'll lift all these highlights over here. See what I'm saying? You can scrub with these brushes. You can't scrub with black velvets. Yeah, thank y'all. These are always fun. I'm glad we got to get back to it. It's been weird with work, but I appreciate y'all being patient with it. This is gonna bug me. I'm not gonna put that blue. A little bit more of that blue. I'll fix this butt. There we go. That's a little bit better. Much better. Now his butt's not so disproportionate. A little bit wider on the butt here. Nice butt, bro. All right, that's better. Now he doesn't have such a skinny butt. All right, what do we think? We're done with this guy? I feel like we're done with this guy. This book, for the most part, has been all Sketchy Saturdays, right? With sparkles. I'm down. Yeah, see that dark dried right back into it, thankfully. What are we naming this guy? This guy needs a name. Fixing that butt did a lot for me. Boom, 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 boom. Seth? Okay, you're the birthday girl. I'll give you that one. Seth it is for the birthday girl. All right, so we got Seth, and then we've got these guys that we finished right beforehand. There we go. Franco. All right, yeah, give me like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. Maybe I'll go paint on the old TikTok if y'all are bored. I will see y'all over there, most likely.